Hey guy, I'm Rumi. Please like and subscribe. I dressed up real cute today for the alumni meetup. It's been 5 years since I last came back to my old high school.
Rumi, is that you?
A cheerful classmate walked over.
I almost didn't recognize you. You look so different.
When a group of others started crowding in, I slipped away quietly. I just wanted a moment to soak it in to find that old rooftop corner of mine. The view was still the same, and then I saw it faintly carved into the stone wall, Rumi, my name with a tiny heart next to it. Have you ever stumbled on a memory you swear you didn't make? But no, I didn't carve that. So who did? My mind drifted back to 5 years ago. Rumi, at 17, had a bookish appearance. Back then, I devoted all my effort to studying day and night just so I could sit next to Romance in every school debate.
Congrats on making the debate team.
That was him, Romance. Smart, polished, calm, and somehow magnetic. The girls constantly debated his type, and most thought he'd go for the classy, high-profile kind.
Staring isn't gonna boost your chances, you know.
Jinu sat behind me, leaning over with a smirk. Jinu wasn't loud, but he always noticed the tiniest things. Time to be bold. I followed Romance to just, showing up at the right corners to accidentally run into him. One day, he'd believe we were meant to be. 3, 2, the giggles. Romance was walking with a girl. She was cute, totally the type people pictured him with. I'd never seen him laugh like that before. And just like that, my heart cracked. I dragged myself back to class, plopped down like a popped balloon.
Who cut your Wi-Fi all week?
Mind your business.
Just here to remind you, debates in 3 days. You should be at the library, not sulking here.
He wasn't wrong. I'd worked hard to earn that seat beside Romance. I scanned the political econ shelf and found the book I needed. I reached for it and someone else did too. Oh, Romance, sorry.
Guess it's fate. Wanna prep together for our upcoming round?
Yeah, of course. That'd be great. We sat together, surrounded by piles of books. Romance was sweet, smart, and soft-spoken. And somehow I found myself asking about the girl he was with earlier.
Oh, she just needed help with a calculus problem.
Not romantic at all, thank goodness. Well, gotta give Jinu some credit.
Sweetheart, we're closing in 5 minutes.
I blinked awake. Oh fudge, it was already dark. Sorry, I'll leave now.
Don't forget your stuff. You've got a sweet boyfriend.
Boyfriend? And then I saw it. A mint and a folded note. You should get some sleep and take care of yourself. You're gonna crush that debate. Good luck. P.S. It helps me stay awake. That sweet little mint was proof Romance cared. The next contest was a park decoration competition. I saw Jinu cheering like an idiot, and I almost burst out laughing. But this was a battle. Romance and I gave it everything we had. The other team looked like deer in headlights against his confidence. We crushed it. When we won, Romance pulled me into a hug, and I swear I levitated. That happiness lasted until I stepped outside the school gate, only to run into Abby. I spun around to escape, but he caught me.
Ignoring me now?
Abby, basketball team captain, 6 feet of smug. I was his favorite punching bag. He only left me alone during tournaments.
Relax, just wanted to say congrats. Solid debate, though I was rooting for the other team.
I rolled my eyes, still didn't say a word.
Alright, tomorrow morning, be outside my class. I've got errands. Cool? Later.
He's literally the only person on earth who could make my eye twitch just by breathing near me. I didn't go to his class the next morning. Nope, forget it. But the price of rebellion? Now Abby was legit hunting me like prey, and I had to hide. He knew I always went to the library, so of course he and his little minion set up camp right outside. Thanks to that jerk face, I couldn't even see Romance anymore. Then something happened during PE that made me stop seeing him as the enemy. That day, I took a break from running laps and stepped aside to catch my breath. That's when 3 upperclassmen girls walked up to me and they did not look friendly.
One debate went and suddenly think you're all that. It was all Romance's doing. Anyway.
Sorry, what?
Cut the innocent act. You're not in Romance's league.
Before I could say anything, the third girl angrily knocked my water bottle out of my hand. Right at that moment, Abby jumped in from out of nowhere, and Jinu rushed over immediately after.
You okay?
Thanks. I took the bottle from Jinu, but I couldn't stop staring at Abby.
Back off. She's mine to bully.
That line made my face light up like a stop sign. Wait, what? Did he just claim me? Abby didn't look at me, just walked off like it was nothing. The sky stayed gray all day, and right before the final bell rang, the heavens finally opened up. I stood under the school roof, watching everyone leave one by one. Naturally, I didn't bring an umbrella. I scanned the crowd, hoping to see Romance somewhere. Was he still in the library or already gone? Did he get caught in the rain? I let out a sigh and pulled my backpack over my head, ready to run for it. Then a hand grabbed my arm. Abby, looking as cranky as ever, held out an umbrella.
Take it.
What about you? There was no way I was walking under an umbrella with him. Yuck.
Just take it. 4 eyes. Geez.
He shoved the umbrella into my hands and took off running into the rain. I stood there like a total dork, holding his umbrella. Just like that, my heart skipped a beat. For the second time that day, I was still at the alumni reunion. Everyone was chatting, laughing, sharing old stories, but my brain was spinning. Who carved that name? Who drew that heart? Both had stamped themselves into my high school memories. I never even got the chance to confess to Romance, and Abby had never thanked him for the umbrella. It's been forever since I saw either of them. If I found them now, I'd find out the truth. But they weren't here. I wandered over to the memory table, old notebooks, trophies, even the medal from our big debate win in our yearbook photos. My heart pounded as I flipped through the pages until I finally landed on our class picture. There I was, middle row, awkward smile, and then I saw him, Jinu, but he wasn't looking at the camera, he was looking at me. My eyes locked onto the photo. I couldn't move. Someone tapped my shoulder.
Rumi, oh my gosh, hey.
Jess, the class president, theater club queen, total know-it-all, was now a full-on mom with the cutest little kid. We hugged fast, and then...
So, you and Jinu ever become a thing?
Huh?
Girl, don't play dumb. Everybody knew he liked you. He was always watching you like a little golden retriever.
Jinu liked me?
Yeah. I thought for sure you two figured it out by now.
I opened my mouth, but nothing came out because I hadn't figured out anything. I'd spent most of high school spiraling over two completely different guys.
I could have sworn I saw Jinu here earlier, and now he's vanished again.
My heart thudded. Could it be? Can Jinu be the one who carved my name? The stairs to the rooftop never felt longer, but maybe, just maybe, someone was up there. One of the three boys from my teenage mess of a heart. Romance, Abby, or Jinu. I pushed open the old rooftop door, and there he was.
I've been waiting for you.
Jinu. He looked older, more grown up, but that smile was still the same. Hey, hi Jinu. He cleared his throat and pulled something from his pocket, a tiny mint.
Just a nervous habit. Helps me stay awake. Want one?
I froze that mint, the same mint that came with the note I thought Romance left me.
You still haven't. That day you looked so peaceful, I didn't want to wake you. The professor guy dipped right after you passed out.
Turns out he was always there. Jinu had been the one who nudged me to the library so I could run into Romance. He was the one who left the mint. He was the one cheering for me at my first ever debate.
You probably didn't know, but I was just one step behind Abby that day. I was about to hand you my umbrella. I knew you were clueless. Abby, yeah, he liked you too. Classic boy in love energy. But me, I stayed quiet.
Wow. I really was that dense. I spent years chasing Romance, someone who never really saw me. I missed out on Abby, a guy who actually protected me even when he was a total menace. And Jinu, my smart, sarcastic desk buddy, who'd been right there all along. Did I miss anything else?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
My heart dropped just a little. Was that disappointment? Regret? Oh,
If she says yes right now.
As I stood there, totally glitching, he stepped closer and flicked my forehead.
Still the same silly little bookworm. Huh? The one I've been waiting for this whole time.
I leaned in and kissed him. That was my answer. The reunion had long ended, but we were still standing in the middle of the schoolyard.
I heard Romance's in Europe. Wants to dedicate his life to research. Said he's never getting married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Abby joined the military. Probably stationed on some far-off island by now.
Good for him. I guess we all grow up in weird little ways, huh?
You know, I don't even care if I wasn't in your past. As long as I get to be your present and your future.
This time I wouldn't let something that precious slip away again. Treasure those who are always by your side, even quietly, because sometimes true happiness isn't in distant dreams but right next to you.
Hi, my name is Jade, and I live with my adoptive parents in a modest little neighborhood. Life has been pretty uneventful for me. I'm your everyday nerdy girl, always wearing glasses and braces. And lastly, a loner. I didn't have a lot of friends. After finishing high school, I had to start working long hours at a coffee shop to help make ends meet.
Where's my coffee?
Coming right up. Here you go.
I said no cream, just plain black coffee.
As you can see, I live an annoying but also boring life. And around it goes in a circle, every day the same as the last. But all that changed one day. As I was coming home from work that evening, I literally bumped into someone who looked exactly like me, only a lot more stylish, and that's when things got really weird.
Oh, hell. You are truly the shabby version of me. Hi, Twinnie.
I was still pretty stunned and surprised. I had no words. This was wild. I never knew I had a twin. Isabella snapped her fingers at me to jolt me out of my reverie.
Hello? Can you speak?
I'm sorry, I'm just surprised. I have a sister. My parents never mentioned it to me.
Same here. Don't be too surprised, darling. It's for a good cause. Besides, we have so much to catch up on.
So she introduced herself as Isabella, and she said she was my identical twin sister. But the weird thing is, neither of us had no idea we had a twin. Well, as it turned out, Isabella had been adopted by a wealthy family, so we kinda had grown up in two completely different worlds. Unfair, right? While I was here working my ass off in a coffee shop, my sister was living the high life in a mansion.
So what brings you here? I mean, why did you come looking for me? You clearly don't belong here.
Don't be rude, Jade. I just needed to see my twin. I overheard my parents talking about me having a twin on the other side of town, so I did some digging. And months later, I finally found you.
There has to be a reason. Isabella, don't act like you care deeply about me.
Okay, you caught me. I need you to pretend to be me for a week.
Pretend to be you for a week?
Yes, my love. For personal reasons, you get to wear my designer clothes and shoes and mingle with my cool friends. And of course there is a handsome reward for you after the contract ends if you successfully fool them.
I don't think I can do it. I would never be able to impersonate you. What if they find out? That could land me into so much trouble.
Don't be naive. We both know you need this money. Besides, how would they find out if we don't tell them? No one has to know. But no matter what you do not get attached to the lifestyle. Don't kiss my boyfriend either.
I was shocked and confused, but I reluctantly agreed to do it. Little did I know this one decision would change my life forever. So, I said yes to this offer and told my parents I'd be gone for a week. Isabella changed my looks and styled my hair to look like hers. All so I could enter Isabella's glamorous world full of fancy parties and her elite friends, Maya and Anne. Isabella had taught me how to act around them, what to say and what not to say. I lived in a luxurious home with a very big room all to myself. Here, I didn't have to worry about working my ass off at a coffee shop for little salary. Isabella's parents were hardly around, always traveling from one business trip or the other. And that made it easy for me to pretend I would attend exclusive parties and events. Isabella was a socialite and enjoyed attending high-profile events and parties where she mingled with other wealthy and influential people. I could enjoy the glitz and glamour of these occasions, rubbing elbows with celebrities and experiencing a taste of the highlight. Also, Isabella loved to shop and had a closet full of designer clothes and accessories. So, I went on shopping sprees every Tuesday. At first, I felt completely out of place. I did things very differently than Isabella. I was much nicer to the maids in the house and always treated people nicely. But as the days passed, I started to enjoy my new life, especially when I met Noah, Isabella's boyfriend. He was charming, handsome, and seemed to genuinely care about me. Isabella was one lucky girl, so I thought. We went on dates and romantic trips, and those were the best moments of my life. Although sometimes he kept asking if I was okay because I kept acting a lot different from Isabella. Awkward and not as classy and uptight like Isabella. One day, we went to a posh garden party, and this happened. As we walked through the beautiful garden, we came upon a table laden with hors d'oeuvres, including something called elk tartare. I grabbed a small spoonful of the tartare and popped it into my mouth, chewing thoughtfully.
Wow, I'm shocked you like this now.
Really? You mean I didn't like it before? It's really yummy.
That's new. You always said yuck. Who would want to eat that?
Well, I still despise it. I just want to try new things, you know.
That's weird. Isabella, I know. Never wants to try new things.
Noah smiled at me. I hope he didn't notice I was pretending to be his girlfriend, but I knew I couldn't tell him the truth about who I really was. I was living a lie, and I was afraid that if anyone found out, my life would be turned upside down again. As the days turned into weeks, my feelings for Noah grew stronger, and Isabella wasn't back yet. And I began to wonder what would happen when Isabella returned, and I had to go back to my old life. Would I ever see Noah again? Would I be able to forget about him? I tried to reach Isabella now that our contract was over, but she was unavailable and unreachable. Instantly, I had mixed feelings. I was angry she ditched me, but then something deep inside was happy she wasn't here yet. More time to enjoy her life, I guess. Another day, Noah and I went to another party, and the air was filled with laughter and chatter as the guests mingled in the corner. I noticed Noah was quiet, a troubled look on his face. I slipped my arm around his waist.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm just stressed out about this big deal at work.
Sounds like you've got a lot on your mind. Don't forget I'm here for you. And not just in a cool girlfriend kind of way. I genuinely want to support you and help you through this. Whatever it takes.
Noah looked at me with surprise, a small smile playing on his lips.
Wow, that's really nice of you. It's like you changed overnight. The old Isabella never really understood the kind of stress I deal with at work. She only cared about herself, but here you are offering words of encouragement. You are just so different. trying to make up for lost time, and it's making me fall in love with you more.
And boom! He kissed me, and I couldn't resist. This was so bad. I didn't realize someone was secretly watching us. It was Isabella, and she was back, and she had a disguise on. She signaled for me to meet her in her bedroom.
I need to go. I'll be back, just need to sort out something.
Are you okay though?
100%.
You've gone too far, Jade. You were supposed to help for a week, not steal my life.
I never meant for it to go this far, Bella. I just wanted to help. That's why I kept trying to reach you when our contract expired, but then things changed.
You fell in love with my boyfriend. You can't just play pretend with people's hearts. Noah loves me, not you.
Before I could respond, the door swung open and Noah stood in the doorway, his expression a mixture of shock and betrayal.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of sick joke? Are you both in on it?
I'm sorry, Noah. I knew I can't change who I am. It is in my nature to be flirty and rude, but I knew if I had to use my twin sister's help, you would eventually forgive me.
So you tried to fool me. I knew there was something off about you, Isabella. You have always been self-centered and manipulative. I didn't think you were real in the first place. So dishonest. I never want to see either of you ever again.
I'm sorry, Noah. I just want another chance to win you back. Having an affair with her was so uncool.
Without another glance, he turned and walked away, doubt leaving me and Isabella alone in the room. I was totally ashamed of myself.
Are you happy now? Since you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain, there is no reward for you. Just get out of my house and never set foot here again.
She was wrong and cruel to do that, but I wasn't innocent either. I should never have agreed to do this because deep down I knew it wouldn't end well. So I went back to my life, back to being a coffee girl. A month later, I was at the coffee shop and someone walked in. Lo and behold, it was Noah. He had come to order coffee. A smile lit up my face, and I thought finally he came back for me. But my smile died when I saw him with another girl.
I knew I would meet you here.
Yeah, I work here. Well, no hiding. This is my life, Noah. Look, I know this isn't the right place or time to apologize, but I'm very sorry. I needed the money so badly. I knew it was wrong, but...
He pulled me close and kissed me for the second time, passionately. When he released me, I stared, shocked and confused at the lady he came with. She was smiling at us.
No need to be worried. That's my little sister. In fact, she helped me track you down. I was so angry at you for lying to me, but my heart wouldn't let you go. Well, I love you. You might look like Isabella, but you are very different from her.
I was so happy that I pulled him into an embrace. So can we start over again?
Yes. Hi, I'm Noah. And you are?
Jade. I'm Jade, your barista girl. Do you want to order a coffee or perhaps a huge...
I was curled in the farthest corner of the library while the air buzzed with celebration. Everyone was getting into the college of their dreams, and when I opened the message, it felt like my entire world collapsed.
We regret to inform you.
The room fell silent. I immediately shot up and walked out of the library with my head held high. Hi, my name is Milia Denzel, but you can call me Milia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until I got home, collapsed into bed, and cried like someone had hit delete on my entire future.
Melia?
Mom peeked in, armed with the cutest stuffed animal. I failed Mom miserably.
Honey, you didn't fail. You got rejected. My school's still stuck in the fax machines era.
I looked up at her, still flawless as always. Of course she is. She's the CEO of a real estate empire. Meanwhile, I felt like a wet skill. I'm serious, Mom. What do I do now? My future is toast.
Your future is fine. You just need a break for the time being. Then we'll plan a comeback so epic it makes Harvard cry.
Classic Mom. Eternal optimist. But even she had her kryptonite, and it was located at Grandma's house. We had to be there for Thanksgiving.
So, Melia, I heard you're deciding between Yella and Stanford.
Melia's keeping her options open. You know, gap years are underrated these days.
Grandma raised her eyebrows sharp enough to slice through reinforced blue class.
So she failed every school? Not surprising. Like mother, like daughter. Back then, you couldn't even get into one college.
Mother, you've crossed the line.
I simply speak the truth.
Then sit here and enjoy your truth, alone. Melia, let's go.
She stormed out, and I scrambled to follow her. The car door slammed shut behind us. Mom, about what just happened.
Don't let her words get to you. That's how she's always been. Expectations as high as Everest. So what if you didn't get into college? I didn't either. And look where I am. So don't beat yourself up, Melia. I'll always be with you, no matter what.
Yeah, she's right. But just then, A blinding light hit us straight in the face and time shattered. They said the accident had put her into a coma. I hadn't cried. I didn't want to believe it was real, but whether I wanted it or not, I had nowhere else to go other than my grandma's.
The guest room is down the hall. Bathrooms to the left. Don't touch the thermostat.
She turned and walked off like I was a delivery she hadn't ordered. Grandma never told me which rooms were off limits. She didn't need to. The lock addict practically screamed, "Do not enter," and yet something about it kept pulling me in. Then one afternoon during one of her nap hours, I spotted the keyring dangling from her pocket. I slipped it out. The door creaked open, and inside was like a museum of my mom from baby photos. Everything was spotless, like Grandma had been preserving them all this time. At the very end of the room stood a wardrobe, old, ornate, and glowing, softly like something straight out of a fairy tale. I reached for the handle, and the door creaked open. A soft light spilled out, and a scent, Mom's scent, wrapped around me. When the light faded, I was no longer in the attic. In front of me was a mirror, but the reflection staring back wasn't mine. It was Mom, early 22nds, dressed in a ballet costume. What was happening? Suddenly Grandma, well, a much younger version of her, burst in.
You have 2 minutes. Let's go.
Without warning, she shoved me toward a stage so wide and blinding with lights. The music started, and my body moved on its own. I danced like I'd done it 1,000 times before. As I landed the final pose, applause erupted. Someone handed me a trophy, first place. Then Grandma rushed toward me, her face cracked open, with real pride.
You did it. You were perfect.
And then the light blinked out, and I was suddenly back in the attic. What just happened? I checked my phone, and 2 hours had passed. I glanced around the room, trying to unscramble my brain. Then I saw it, a photo of that exact moment on stage. That was real. I looked back at the wardrobe, and I knew this wasn't just a piece of furniture. It was a door tower, Mom's memories. One more time, I thought, just to be sure. Light, scent, and whoosh. I blinked and found myself holding a plastic tray of peas, wearing scrubs. What was Mom doing here? Just then, an intercom blared.
Nurse Denzel to room 7B. Mr. Hollister has escaped again.
Wait, that's me? And once again, Mom's body moved on its own, rushing down the hallway just in time to see an old man sprinting.
You can't make me eat. I have rights.
By the end of the hour, I dodged a flying diaper and lost a full-blown debate about World War II timelines. And weirdly, I kind of loved it. It seemed like Mom wore more hats than I thought, and no matter what the position was, she gave it her all. Then, out of nowhere, a wave of dizziness crashed over me. I ran to the bathroom, collapsed by the toilet. What was that? I splashed water on my face, heart still racing when the door slammed open. Grandma, in her mid-40s, furiously stormed in, holding up a pregnancy test with 2 bright pink lines.
I found this in your bathroom trash. How could you let this happen?
I didn't.
You're at the peak of your career. You could go anywhere, do anything.
She tossed the pregnancy test into the trash can like it was a verdict.
You're making a huge mistake. Don't come crying to me when it all falls apart. I'm not cleaning up a mess you chose for yourself.
She turned and walked away, leaving me alone with the weight of everything. The light blinked out. I woke up back in the attic. I checked my phone. I'd been out for almost a full day. My head was still spinning when I heard footsteps storming up close.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Grandma, wait, I can explain. I shot up, trying to explain the wardrobe and where it took me. She stared at me like I'd grown a second head. Please believe May. I saw her. I was her. I lived her memories.
Enough. This obsession ends now.
And something in me just snapped. I know you've never liked me. You've always thought I was the reason Mom had to give up her ballet dreams, haven't you? She froze. For a second, I thought I'd touched something tender, something she buried deep, but no. She grabbed my arm, yanked me out of the room, slammed the door shut, and flushed the key down the toilet.
Don't ever go near that room again.
A few days later, Grandma left town, and I knew I had to take my shot. No key, no problem. I just have to get into the attic another way. The wardrobe stood exactly where I left it. I opened the door, light, scent, inhale. I blinked, and suddenly, I was walking through a glass-walled office in heels and screamed confidence. Suddenly, a phone buzzed in my hand. Assistants swarmed in like frantic ducklings.
Miss Denzel, the board meeting is in 30.
My body didn't even flinch. I fired off 3 instructions, rescheduled a call, solved a crisis via email, and still had time to sip a green smoothie like a boss. Just then, the assistant popped her head back in.
Also, I rescheduled the investor meeting to next week, per your instructions. You said you didn't want it to clash with your daughter's college decision release. But wasn't that meeting a huge deal?
And yet Mom still chose me over everything. And suddenly the memories flooded in all at once. The recital, the science fair, the nights I cried at 2 a.m. She was always there for me. Even when she was drowning in deadlines and stress, I never even noticed. The moment I saw myself through her eyes, my heart overflowed with love and pride so overwhelming it nearly took my breath away. Was this how she'd always see me? I wish I could stay here forever. But then, that fateful day still came. The day of the crash. I thought if I just changed one thing, anything, maybe I could stop it. I kept calm during the Easter dinner with Grandma, bit my tongue, and smiled through Grandma's passive-aggressive jabs. But then Mom's mouth moved on its own, her voice cut through, sharp and protective.
Then sit here and enjoy your truth alone. Melia, let's go.
We slipped into the back seat exactly like that day. Mom's body sat still, but my mind was screaming. I tried to open her mouth to tell the driver to take a different route, but Mom's lips stayed sealed. In a heartbeat, Mom reached out, pulled me in tight, shielding me with every she had.
I've always been proud of you. I love you so much.
And then everything went white. I blinked. The hospital ceiling came into focus.
Melia,
Grandma was right there. She looked like she hadn't slept in days.
you've been out for a week. I thought I was going to lose you, too.
I saw it then. The fear behind her eyes. The guilt.
I was wrong. I put so much pressure on your mom, and then I did it again with you. I thought I was doing the right thing, pushing you both to be your best, but I never stopped to think. Maybe you both just needed my love. I'm really sorry.
He swallowed hard. Something in my chest finally let go. It's okay. I'm still here. Just then, the door creaked open. A doctor stepped in, smiling.
Good news. Your mother's stable. She's waking up.
A week later, I found myself back in the attic. The wardrobe stood quietly, waiting. I opened it one last time. Nothing happened. No glow, no scent, and for once, I smiled. I guess that chapter was over. Mom was healing.
I struck a match, and the corner lit up in an instant. I closed my eyes, pretending it was a candle on a birthday cake. What should I wish for this year?
Alina, why are you hiding here instead of working?
I'm coming. As I walked out, I heard someone singing happy birthday. I looked over and saw Bella having a big fancy birthday party with her friends. Same birthday. But how are our lives so different? Hi, I'm Alina. I grew up in a slum where just having a full meal could make your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join my story adventure. I've always admired rich people. They can afford nice clothes, good food, and I bet they sleep peacefully without money problems keeping them up. Bella's life was the total opposite of mine. I still remember the first time I met her. She had this graceful, elegant vibe that left a real impression. That morning, I stopped by the bakery to grab something quick before school. After checking prices back and forth, I picked yesterday's cake discounted, and buy one get one free. Such a deal. But right when I went to pay, I realized all my money had fallen out. I'm panicking and I don't know what to do.
Are you still planning to pay or not?
Just give me a sec.
I'll pay for her.
I turned around and saw this pretty, elegant girl. She quickly paid and gently handed me the bag. Oh, thank you. Can I have your number? I'll pay you back later.
No need, it's just a cake.
I stood there gripping the bag tight, watching her walk away. Maybe not all rich people are cold like I thought. And guess what? Bella ended up being the new student in my class. On her first day, everyone rushed to befriend her. Rich people always seem to shine. No one ever welcomed me like that on my birthday. While I was stuck working at the diner, I saw Bella throwing this huge birthday bash. She noticed me too and came closer to me. I can't. I'm still working.
Boss, can Alina leave early? I'll dip 50% of today's bill.
Deal. Alina, you can head out early.
Just like that, Bella pulled me into the party.
My mom said I was born on a lucky day. Maybe that's why I'll live a happy life.
I was born today too, but my life's nothing like yours.
Wait, today's your birthday too? Then let's blow out the candle together.
I was kinda surprised it was her party, but she didn't mind sharing it with me. After the party ended and everyone left, only Bella and I stayed behind. I was about to head home when she grabbed my hand.
Wait here for a sec.
Then she stepped out. A moment later, she came back holding a gift box.
Happy birthday.
You bought this for me? I opened it. Inside was a stunning dress, probably super expensive. I don't have anything for you.
But you gave me a good friend, didn't you? I mean, we were born on the same day. Feels like fate.
A rich girl like Bella wanting to be friends with someone like me? But her eyes were so genuine, I couldn't say no. And well, having a rich bestie didn't sound too bad. From that day on, everything changed. I no longer had to bike to school on my old beat-up bicycle because Bella's private car picked me up. On weekends, she took me shopping. My closet filled up fast. At first I felt shy, but Bella's warmth made it easy to enjoy her help. One afternoon after class, she invited me over. Her house was a full-on mansion right in the city center. Straight-up castle vibes.
Help me prep some snacks and fruit, will you?
We were chilling, watching a movie, when the front door slammed open. 3 people walked in.
I'm carrying all this stuff and no one helps. Useless.
I'm starving. Make me something now.
Wait, were those Bella's parents? Why were they so rude?
Oh, Bella, you brought a friend over.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be upstairs.
Then she tugged me up to her room. Wait, aren't those your parents?
They're my aunt and uncle. My parents, they died in an accident 3 years ago, so my relatives moved in to take care of me.
Still, something about the family gave me a weird feeling. That night, Bella invited me to stay for dinner with her family. Her aunt and uncle just kept piling food onto Jay's plate, their son without even asking Bella once. Plus, they ate like wild animals. Table a total mess. I couldn't eat a thing, so I glanced over at Bella. She barely touched her food. You should eat more, Bella. Suddenly, she collapsed forward, breathing fast. Her skin broke out in red blotches. I freaked out.
Bella, are you okay? Someone call a doctor.
But her aunt and uncle still munched away like nothing happened.
Just a little allergy. No need to waste time calling a doctor. A pill will do.
Gosh, were they even her real family? Thank goodness one of the maids had the sense to call a doctor. After Bella got checked and took her meds, she started feeling better. Turns out she's allergic to beef, and the maid had accidentally mixed it with pork and the stuffed peppers. But the part I couldn't stop thinking about, how no one in that house seemed to actually care about her. Was she even happy living like this? Later that night, Bella insisted on driving me home. I was waiting by the gate when...
Need me to give you a ride, Alina?
I'm good, thanks. But he wouldn't back off. The more he talked, the grosser it got. I tried to move away, but he still refuses to give up.
I've had a thing for you since the moment I saw you. Be my girl, yeah?
Stay away from me. Right then, Bella stormed over and yanked me out of his grip.
Don't touch my friend.
You dare get in my business.
When he tried to rush at Bella, I ran over and gave him a beating. Then I quickly pulled Bella away.
Thank you.
If he ever lays a hand on you again, I swear I'll knock the crusty out of him. After that, Bella and I became inseparable. One day she got sick, so I dropped by after school to check on her. But as I passed Jay's room, I froze as I heard her name.
I tricked that dumb girl into signing the asset transfer contract. Tomorrow I'll see the lawyer, and that fortune will be ours.
Finally, I'll keep the contract tonight. I'm going with you tomorrow.
So they planned to steal everything from her. I had to stop them. Getting close to Jay was my best shot at grabbing the contract. If I could get it to Bella, she could shut this whole scam down. Jay, I need to talk to you.
What's up? Still haven't apologized for stomping my foot, you know?
I'm sorry, I was just nervous. So is your offer to be your girlfriend still on the table?
Knew you'd come around. You're lucky I'm generous. You're forgiven.
I asked if I could hang out in his room and play games. Of course he said yes in a heartbeat. I'm starving. I want a sandwich, but only if you make it yourself.
You got it. Wait right here.
The second he left, I tore through his room looking for the contract. Finally found it deep inside his desk drawer. But when I was about to leave the room, he suddenly came back. Startled, I quickly hid the documents. But he had already seen them.
You tricked me.
Thinking quickly, I rushed at him and stomped on his foot, then ran away. He chased after me, and when I was near the gate, he caught me.
Give me that contract?
Over my dead body. We wrestled over it, back and forth. I pushed him with all my strength, and the paper tore in two. I stood there stunned, holding half of it, and then I heard a loud crash from the street. Doctors rushed Jay into surgery.
My poor baby boy.
Jay's parents and Bella arrived at the hospital. Bella's uncle grabbed the driver by the collar.
You hit my son. You'll pay for this.
It wasn't me. He fell into the road on his own. I saw that girl push him.
You? I was just trying to get the contract. Your uncle tricked you into signing away your inherit. I handed Bella the contract. Well, what was left of it, but her aunt snatched it right away and tore it to pieces.
So what? Now? There's no contract left, no proof. I tricked her, but we've got a witness for you pushing my son. I'll make sure you rot in jail.
Please let Alina go. I'll do whatever you want.
I watched them whisper back and forth while my heart pounded like crazy.
If you want me to let her off the hook, transfer all your assets to my name.
You two are unbelievable. Don't listen to them, Bella.
Okay, I agree.
Bella, girl, are you out of your mind? While they were in Jay's hospital room, it was just the two of us in the hallway. Why would you do that?
You got us into all this mess trying to protect me. If I can't do the same for you, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alina, you mean more to me than all that money. But now that I've got nothing, would you still want to be friends?
I hugged her tightly and cried like a baby. Of course I do. I want to be your bestie forever. After they got their hands on Bella's inheritance, Jay's parents kicked her out. So I brought her home with me. At first, I was worried she wouldn't get used to the tiny apartment. But she adjusted like a champ. Every morning, I walked to school with her and we chat about funny stories. We studied, worked part-time, and supported each other. It wasn't a glamorous life, but I'd never felt happier. When our college acceptance letters came in, we decided to celebrate with a proper feast. On our way, we passed Bella's old mansion, and to our shock, there was a big foreclosure sign hanging at the gate. I turned to ask the neighbor next door, excuse me, do you know where that family moved to?
Oh, them. Gambled away everything. Been gone a while now.
Karma really came for them. I glanced at Bella, who looked deep in thought. You still worried about them?
They made their own bed. No point dwelling now. Let's eat. I'm starving.
As we walked away, I looked back at that house. Someday I'll buy it back for her. That's a promise.